your boy Shadow Wolf here, coming at you with a brand new video. Today I'm going to be doing the WWE Extreme Rules Predictions. I started watching WWE a year and a half ago when AJ Styles made his WWE debut. And I've watched it a lot when I was a kid, and I guess I know quite a bit about it now. I started getting back into it a bit. So I want to do my Extreme Rules predictions because a few of you on a stream I was at yesterday told me that this would be a good idea and they'd like to see it. So I want to go give this a go. The first matchup, we have the mixed tag team match, obviously. Sasha Banks and Swann versus Alicia Fox and Noam Dar. I think that Sasha Banks and Swann will be taking this one because, look, there's no way Sasha Banks is losing to Alicia Fox. Like, Noam Dar, Alicia Fox are actually making quite a good little heel team couple there. But I don't know. Apparently, there might be rumors that Sasha Banks did something backstage to drop from main event to a feud with Alicia Fox. But there's no way they're going to kill off her momentum by losing to Alicia Fox because I think that she's going to be feuding with Alexa Bliss soon for the Raw Women's title, and to lose, even if it's Swann that takes the pinfall, to lose to Noam Dar and Alicia Fox, I don't think they'll do it. So I'm putting Sasha Banks and Swann for that match. For the next match, we have the Steel Cage match. The Raw Tag Team Champion titles are on the line. It is the Hardy Boys versus Sheamus and Cesaro. The one thing I love about WWE at the moment is that heel turn that Cesaro did, because Sheamus was already a heel, let's be honest. You can't say Sheamus and Cesaro was a heel turn because, I mean, like, I don't think Sheamus ever really turned face, but Cesaro turning heel was very, very big. I loved it. And if they lose again to the Hardy Boys after a heel turn, like, I don't know why they would have turned heel in the first place. Like, and the Hardy Boys, I know, I think we'll drop the titles at the Steel Cage match. Hardy Boys have been winning all the matchups. They've won at the pay-per-views. They've won all the singles medals. I think Jeff's won 2 singles matches against Cesaro, and Matt's won 2 singles matches against Sheamus, I'm fairly sure, on Raw. It doesn't make sense for them to just keep winning and bearing Sheamus and Cesaro. I know WWE wants to push 2 respective singles careers with the Hardy Boys. I know Matt's broken gimmick hasn't still been gotten from TNA yet. I don't know why WWE doesn't just strike a deal with TNA. I mean, I think you can make a lot of money off the broken gimmick. Even though the Hardy gimmick still hasn't run out, there's still all the hype from them returning. So I think the Hardys will drop the titles, but I think they'll stay tag team partners for about another 3-4 months before pursuing singles careers. But I don't think they will have the championships for that long. I think they drop it now, and they're just trying to stay in the tag team main event card. But yeah, without the titles, I think that Sheamus and Cesaro will take that. The next one is the Intercontinental Championship match, Ambrose versus The Miz. Obviously, if The Miz wins this match, the stipulation is if he gets disqualified, he gets the title. If Ambrose, wins by disqualification, Miz gets the title, which is an interesting stipulation. I think Miz will try to get disqualified, but will fail, and then Dean Ambrose might actually get disqualified. Either way, I don't know if Miz will win cleanly or get disqualified. I think that Miz is walking out with the title. I think on SmackDown, Miz looked really good with the Intercontinental title. I don't think Dean Ambrose looks as good with the Intercontinental title. I don't think he carries himself like a champion. And I think with the Intercontinental title going to Raw, they need a champion like The Miz to bring prestige back to the title. I know that Miz says that a lot as like a joke, as a heel character, but there's a lot of truth to it. And I can see Miz coming out actually with the title this match. And obviously Ambrose will get his rematch, and I think Miz will have to win clean there. So either way, The Miz is going to win. The next one is the submission match for the Cruiserweight Championship. We got Austin Aries versus Neville. It's interesting because Austin Aries and Neville have been feuding for a while now, and Neville winning most of those pay-per-view matches. Not always the cleanest way, as we know, but Neville's been that champion that the Cruiserweight division needed. Ever since the Cruiserweight Classic tournament where TJP won, the Cruiserweight Championship's bounced around a lot, and that's dropped the value of it quite significantly. And what the Universal Champion's doing is, okay, we'll put it on Brock Lesnar because that was pretty much a joke, let's be honest, and we'll start building prestige to it because we'll get Brock Lesnar, one of our biggest superstars, to hold it for a while and that will bring prestige back to the title. That's sort of what they're doing with Neville as well, and I don't see him dropping it this early in his reign, because if it keeps bouncing around the cruiserweight division, it's not going to be as interesting. And Neville's already a character that was big on Raw, very popular on Raw before the cruiserweight division, and because Raw is not 305 Live, a lot of the people at Raw don't really know those people, but Neville's already a proven WWE champion character. Well, not champion, but like a proven WWE superstar, and that's why his reign has been so successful. I was very surprised at the heel turn, but that's pretty much revamped Neville's career. Like, he was being a mid-card doing nothing into now the Cruiserweight Champion, and he's got to hold on to the belt for a bit longer. Neville's winning this match. Possible interference from TJP. I think TJP is going to feud for the title soon. Maybe not with Neville. Maybe with Neville. Maybe he's another champion, but Neville wins here. And another one is the kendo stick on a pole match. Jeez, this women's revolution is going so well. They're making a women's title match. Alexa Bliss has been absolutely amazing, like blowing expectations away. Although that segment on Raw, I was a bit disappointed when it's like, Bayley, this is your life. And that was the worst thing Alexa Bliss has done since going to Raw. She's been amazing other than that. Like, kendo stick on a pole is a really weird stipulation. Like, it's not that extreme. Like, it's not like you get the kendo and you win. Like, you just use it as a weapon. Like, I can go onto the ring and get a steel hammer instead. Anyways, kendo stick on the pole, I guess, it's a cool match. I think Bayley will get teased to win the match a lot, but she's not walking out the championship. Alexa Bliss has been so good on Raw. So good. She is just that turning point. Like, let's look at the SmackDown women's division. They had absolutely no one. And Alexa Bliss made the SmackDown women's division more relevant than the Raw women's division when she was there. Like, it's absolutely crazy. And now that she's gone, they're having like a faction feud between like the welcoming committee and it's just gone to shit. Alexa Bliss is walking out of the title. I'm very proud of her. She's been doing so well. And I think Nia Jax might help her. I think that Nia Jax might make a little bit of a faction for Alexa Bliss. There might be a little heel faction going on. That's been teased a little bit throughout. But yeah, I don't think Bayley wins. And I'm not saying Bayley's going to drop to mid-card, but Bayley's probably going to feud with someone else, and maybe Sasha or Nia will get pushed to the main event for the women's division. So look for Alexa Bliss to walk out with that championship. And then we've got the fatal 5-way number 1 contenders match. We got Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, 2 former Shield members. We got Bray Wyatt, the fresh WWE champion that dropped it to Randy Orton, who did nothing with the belt, but I love Randy Orton, so it doesn't matter. We got the returning Finn Balor, the first ever Universal Champion, and Samoa Joe. I've loved Samoa Joe from TNA Impact when I was a kid. He was like, him and AJ Styles at TNA Impact. I was like, when I was watching WWE like last year, and I was like, oh my god, how did they make it to WWE? I never thought I would see this. It's crazy cool to see. So this is a very interesting one. I honestly think whoever wins this match will not beat Brock Lesnar for the championship. I think they're putting the championship on Brock Lesnar for a while. Maybe not all the way to WrestleMania, but he's definitely not dropping it at SummerSlam. I think that it's not going to be Finn Balor, because him coming back from injury, for him to just drop it, to lose to Brock straight away is going to kill off a lot of momentum. I don't think it's Bray Wyatt, because I feel like he's being very much pushed to the main event scene, and in the past, he's just dropped off straight away, and I feel like he's very, very volatile at this moment. A couple more losses for the main event, and he's not going to be seen as like a very viable main card superstar, and that's a bit of a worry. I don't think it's Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns will be feuding. I feel like there's been so much bad blood between The Undertaker. We're all waiting for Roman Reigns to turn heel. When is this? Can he interfere in Brock Lesnar's match? Maybe that's what's going to happen, and he turns heel. That would be crazy. But there's no way he's winning this Fatal 5-Way match. So I think it's between either Seth Rollins or Samoa Joe. Seth Rollins has proved himself as a main eventer, losing to Brock Lesnar. I mean, he had a match against him last year. It wouldn't hurt him as much as the other superstars. I can see Seth Rollins winning, but I'm actually going to think that it's actually going to be Samoa Joe. I feel like Samoa Joe's push to lose to Brock Lesnar, if he puts up a good fight, definitely won't hurt him. I feel like Samoa Joe is being pushed so much after coming out of NXT, And they've tried to do the face push to the top with Finn Balor, and now they're going to try and do the heel push with Samoa Joe. He's taken a few losses to Seth Rollins, and I feel like it's time for Joe to win this Fatal 5-Way, gain momentum. Losing to Brock Lesnar, you won't lose that much. But I really think Samoa Joe is going to get that push. And I think he deserves it, of course. Like, he's been, oh my God, he's been all over the world. I loved him at TNA. Have you seen his kicks, dude? If you don't know much about Samoa Joe, you just have to watch him in the ring. He is really, really great. Those are my predictions for the Extreme Rules 2017. If you agree, if you disagree, let me know in the comments. And if I get them all right, I'll be sure to make another video about WWE if I don't get them all right. That would suck. Anyways, guys, I appreciate it. See you later. Peace.